you guys, listen, what are we talking about this morning? Huh. Do not follow the crowd. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys, you cannot allow other people their choice decisions to dictate what you do. I'm just talking about you, okay? Everybody has a right to make their choices and their decisions for their life and what they want to do. It is absolutely their right to do that. I believe in giving people that right, that choice, because I know I'm going to have that. So I give it. Having said that, listen, just because everybody else is doing something doesn't mean you have to do it at all. Okay? You don't have to do what everybody's doing. You don't have to believe what everybody else believes. You don't have to move like everybody else moves. It is so important that you find your path, your way, and that you yourself to do that with the same intensity that you allow other people to do what they do. I don't want you to think that you have to do something because someone else is doing it. What I will tell you is I believe in, hey Denise, how are you, beautiful? I will tell you guys that I believe in teaching people and empowering people. What I've discovered in my life as a pastor, as a leader, as an educator, is that when you make decisions for people, if the way they want them to go, they will blame you. It will be your fault, all your fault. I mean, you did it. You're the reason it didn't work. You told them to do it. They're in this situation. No, 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 no. You will not be saying that about Dr. V. You're going to make a decision and you're going to own your decision. And then whatever you decide, your consequences of that decision, it's yours. Own it, right? I had to learn very early on to own my decisions, own my choices. It's one of the things that I believe is a great me is that I don't blame other people for my choices. Listen, it is what it is. I did what I did. The decision didn't work, and now here we are, right? I believe in the power of the pivot. I believe that it is imperative that we learn how to pivot because failure to pivot is the reason that many of us stay in broke situations and stay broke. Failure to pivot is the reason that many of us stay in broken situations and stay broke. I want y'all to let that marinate for just a minute. I believe that when there is a necessity for a pivot, you pivot. Pivoting is not personal. Pivoting doesn't mean that I don't like you. It doesn't mean I don't believe in you. It simply means that I've got to make a pivot for me, for my household, for my family. My pivot is my business because I got to take care of me. And so the power of the pivot is that you pivot to position yourself to be in the flow. You've got to position yourself to be in the flow. See, when God flow, things just kind of, and you like it's like you're being pushed forward, right? When you're not in the flow, you're going against the current. And when you're going against the current, it makes it more, it's harder. It puts more of a strain on you. But if you're in the flow, it naturally just kind of evolves and goes the way that it needs to go. Some of you are in a position where you're current. You're going against the current in your life. You're going against the current in your relationships. You're going against the current in business. You're going against the current spiritually. You're going against the current. And it's almost like you're fighting an uphill battle, but it does not have to be. The reason it is an uphill battle is because you won't make decisions. You will not make decisions. You won't make the decisions that you need to make. You won't do what you do. And as a result of that, you find yourself in this place. Now, the decision for everybody won't be the same. Listen, you got to be okay with everybody not having to make the same decision or making the same decision. It'll be fine. Everybody has to take their journey, and their journey may not look like your journey, but it is theirs. And you have to allow them to take it. You have to allow them to own it, and you have to allow them to embrace the same way you embrace yours. Having said all that, y'all, listen to me when I tell y'all, huh, when decision to pivot and add Epic as my focus, as my primary focus, baby, I could have made for me and mine, right? And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Listen, to me, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. I'll never make a move because everybody is doing it. Like, that's not how I move. That's not how I'm likely to do it. It doesn't increase the likelihood. In fact, it decreases the likelihood of me doing the thing, right? So when I made the decision to pivot and focus primarily on Epic, let me tell you what. First of all, I already was feeling the strong pull to start trading again. Second of all, I knew that I was going to want to have other people trade because people have been reaching out to me about it for about 2 years. People have been reaching out to me about, are you trading about it? Trade? I was like, no, I'm not doing that right now. So when I made that decision, it was a natural evolution of the direction that I was already going, right? It wasn't just out of the blue. It wasn't like literally I'd been talking about, man, I miss trading. I'm getting ready to start trading again. I had the kids trading. Like all of this, it just lined up, right? So for me, it has been an amazing because it reminded me of who I am. Y'all listen, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not saying that I've achieved six-figure trader status. I haven't. But let me tell you, I know how to read those charts and not the way that a lot of people do, but I know how to look at the market, evaluate the market, and see what's going on. And I know how to teach others and teach them in a way that's very simplistic and it extends my international reach. So let me talk about my international reach. And we had over 1,000 people in the group. We had people from all over the world in the group, and the international chemistry was amazing. And I missed that international level of my life, right? So this morning, when we were trading, um, the team from Africa was on. And so I got to, be African, okay, because y'all know I think I'm everything, right? But I got a chance to people's names the way they're supposed to be said, engage them, help them to see, maybe what needs to be tweaked, or make sure they have a strong understanding of the basics, the foundations. And for me, one of the greatest joys is when people say, this is what I got out of it, this is what I learned. I always want to make sure that I'm adding value to people's lives, right? And so I added value. Okay, that's always a win-win for me, right? So I know that for me, what God is doing in this season is absolutely incredible. And it's incredible to the point that it's life altering. Let me say that again. It is incredible to the point that it is life altering. Wow. See, when God begins to shift you, when God begins to expand your understanding, expand your horizons, then amazing things happen. Well, let me tell y'all what amazing thing happened today. So I was in this, and I happened to go to the commissions, and I realized we got paid today. Hold on, the week ended last night at midnight, and we got paid today. What's going on? We're not supposed to get paid until this coming Friday. We got paid early. Like we had to get paid like right after the close of the early, consistently paid early with them. Right here, this is why I rock with them. How did I get paid? I got paid early. And I can access my money with a virtual card. Nope. Until the physical card arrives. I'm just saying, they've thought of everything. And that's why that pivot was so important to me. Now, I'm not telling you guys that you got to pivot. I'm not telling you guys that you got to do Epic. Listen, it may not bore you, but what if you are trading or you want to learn how to trade, and you have a heart to help other people, why not have residual income as you are helping people? It just makes sense to me. I don't know. It just makes sense. So you all listen, if you're interested, drop a comment, inbox me, let me know. But as for me and my baby, Epic, What's the best pivot I could have made at this point in my life? Will it always be? I don't know. But right now, come on back, right? Even if in another season you have to pivot again. You all, just my words of wisdom. That's it. You know, do make the pivots you need to make, and if you need to adjust them, adjust them. Life is all about being willing to make the necessary adjustments because the only constant in life is change. You all listen, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. If you missed my video earlier, go check it out. Listen, y'all have a blessed day. Mwah.